If you're the kind of person that appreciates a good prank, this little gadget might just become your new favorite thing. What we've got here is a tiny sound-emitting prank device. As you can see, it's about the size of your finger, roughly 5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters, or about 2 inches by 1 inch. And it's nothing more than a simple circuit board and a speaker powered by a CR2032 battery. The battery is included, and surprisingly, it can last for months, especially if you swap it out for a higher quality one down the line. So what exactly does it do? It makes noise, but it does it randomly. Every 5 to 45 minutes, this thing chirps, beeps, or lets out one of a bunch of preset tones. It's not on a fixed timer, so the intervals feel genuinely random, and that's the perfect sort of a tool for long-term psychological warfare. There's an on-off switch here, and then there's a little button here, and that's how you cycle through the tones. And there's actually a decent variety of tones. Some are more subtle, high-pitched, and sneaky, while others are much louder and more obvious. And the volume is surprisingly high. In a quiet room like a bedroom, small office, or apartment, even the quieter tones can be very noticeable. But in a louder space like a restaurant or a car dealership, I'd recommend the loudest ones because they're gonna cut through the background noise the best. The most classic sound that it offers is the cricket chirp. And does it sound exactly like a cricket? No, not exactly, but as close as you're gonna get from a speaker this size. But it is definitely close enough to make someone question their sanity. Let me just play through all the tones for you and you can hear what they all sound like, but some of them are borderline ultrasonic, so I don't know how that's gonna come through on this mic. It comes in a 3-pack for 15 Canadian dollars, so you're only paying $5 for each of these. So you really don't have to feel guilty if one of them gets lost in a vent or behind a fridge, or if it stays under a desk until the battery runs out a couple months later. You also get a set of sticky pads in the kit, and just a heads up, these are pretty strong and they're intended for more permanent placement. If you're planning rather to move the device around, I would recommend just getting a little piece of Velcro instead. These things are super lightweight, so even a small strip will do the job, and it's gonna let you reuse it over and over again then. But of course, if you want, you can just place it somewhere up high and no one's ever gonna see it up there. So if you really wanna mess with someone, put this behind the TV, put this in your colleague's office, and one of the best spots to hide it is put it where something else is already making noise, so they blame that appliance instead. It's a fantastic, harmless prank, it's cheap, and it's easy to hide pretty much anywhere. The only hard part is try not to smile when somebody asks you, "Hey, can you hear that cricket?"